Hey everyone, it's Edgar. Today we're going to be talking about heroes, and more particularly one card which I believe is getting a lot more hate than it should. Um, a while ago, heroes were considered bad. They were considered horrible. I mean, they had all the cards. They had the Gemini Spark, the Hero Blast, the Super Poly, the Stratos, the Alias. They had all that. I mean, they've had that forever. They've got a little bit of support here and there in the so far, and they're getting a little bit more, like Acid and Vapor. The Masked Heroes helped. They're getting the Dark Guy, which is going to help. But pretty much overnight, heroes went from bad to Tier 1, Tier 1.5. And it's actually pretty funny, because I know a while back, I knew players who played heroes a couple months ago, and they were considered scrubs. They were considered just like bottom of the barrel. Oh, you suck. You're just playing, a luck deck or whatever. People give them crap about it all the time. And now those same people are playing heroes. It's just like, it's kind of funny to me. It's just funny. But anyways, so we're talking about heroes today. The one card I believe has been getting way too much hate is Super Poly. Now, let me start off by explaining why. A lot of people, all I've heard lately is, oh, Super Poly needs to be banned, they need to limit Super Poly, they need to do this to Super Poly, they need to do this to Super Poly. Super Poly really isn't that good of a card. Now, when I say that, let me explain. The biggest thing which people get raging about and have a freaking knit fit is that you can't negate it. You cannot respond to it. Should I say? You not only can you not negate it, but you can't respond to it. But basically, you cannot respond to it means cannot negate, to be honest. I mean, I guess you could maybe compulsory their monster if you could chain to it, but I don't know. Basically, 99% of the time it comes down to the fact you can't negate it. And now that's not a really good thing. I mean, yes, you can't warning it or solemn judgment it, and you can't log it or Shien or beast it. So, I mean, in certain situations it's good for that aspect, but then you got to think about the card effect. So first of all, you have to pitch a card out of your hand. That's the cost. Discard one card. So you've lost a card, and you're going to be losing this card. So you're -2 right now. Then you have to get rid of normally one of your monsters. Sometimes, if your opponent is playing heroes and they have 2 monsters, then yeah, you can do it off their side of the field and it becomes better. But in most situations, you use one of your heroes. So you just lost your hero. So you lost a 3rd card. So far you're -3 in card advantage. Then you get to get rid of one of your opponent's monsters, so you go to a -2 because you got rid of one of their cards, and then you get to bring a monster out. So you still -1. Like even in the best possible scenario, for what I just said, you still -1. Now, I mean, it is a very good card. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a very good card because it gives you options and outs to many different situations. You're looking at Beast Barkion, Shien, you're just like, oh, I have Super Poly. Super Poly, your freaking beast. Run over the freaking Shien, but or Barkia, whatever you want to run over. But I think it is unfairly getting a lot of hate because people don't like they can't negate it. Like there's so many cards in this deck that are amazing, like Gemini Spark, Hero Blast, Stratos. Those cards are amazing. This card's amazing too. But everyone's hating on this card because they cannot negate it. And honestly, like, that's kind of dumb in my opinion. The card is good, but it doesn't need a ban, it doesn't need a limit, it doesn't need anything like that. I guess, because people keep saying that, like, oh, if you want to kill heroes, just bring that to 1. Just limit Super Poly. I'm going to do that right now. That will not kill heroes. I've actually played heroes with 1 Super Poly to prove that point. Super Poly is good, but it will not kill the deck, period. And to be honest, more abusive than this is Miracle Fusion. This at least has a cost. Miracle Fusion says, screw you. If you negate me, I don't do anything. I just go to the graveyard. And like you have to have a hand to play this, and a field. Miracle Fusion, oh look, top deck. Activate, Shining, swing for 4,000. I mean, there's really nothing they can do. In most situations. So, I mean, this card is good, but there's so many other cards that are just so good. So, let me know your guys' opinion. I felt like I had to make a video on this because I've heard a lot of crap about this card lately. People saying it needs to be banned and limited and, all kinds of other stuff. I also wanted to, say something real quick. To all those who were playing Heroes before the bandwagoning, I know some of you were. For all those of you who were, you know, don't worry about the bandwagoning. I've had people ask me that. They're like, well, what do I do about, you know, people saying that I'm just jumping on the bandwagon and that, you know, I'm just a copier and all this other crap? Tell them to screw off. That's my personal opinion. I played Heroes for a long time. I never played them, like competitively, because I really didn't think they had it in them. Well, I mean, no, that's not true. I played Heroes a while ago. I tested them a while ago at SGC Anaheim, back when Samurais were doing really well and everything. But I've never really hardcore played them. I was always a gadget player or a burn deck or, you know, Final Countdown or something like that. I was always just that kind of player. Never really played Heroes. But, you know, I mean, I started playing them before the bandwagoning happened. Just because I thought they were going to get good because I heard about the Dark Guy coming out. And I was like, oh, well, that'll be interesting. I want to see how the deck works. So I started building it. Next thing I know, everyone's like, oh, you have Heroes. I want those. No, sorry. So yeah, you know, if you were playing Heroes before the bandwagoning, don't let people talk trash to you. You know, just tell them to screw off. It's like, oh, you play Heroes. And you'd be like, yeah, I'm one of the original Hero players. You mad? You know? I'm going to be doing a comprehensive tech talk for Heroes specifically coming up soon, because I've been playtesting build after build after build, and I know a lot of people are asking, you know, how many of it should I run on this, how many should I run on this, how many should I run on this. You know, a lot of people have problems with the extra deck, finding room for everything. A lot of people have problems with the main deck. You know, how many super polys should I main? How many mass chains should I main? You know, stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing that, and probably tomorrow. I'll probably have the video done tomorrow and uploaded. I just wanted to kind of do this video because this is just something spur of the moment. I was on Facebook just going around. I keep seeing topics about ban super poly and limit super poly and what can you do to super poly. It's like my easiest answer to this card: what can you do to super poly? 3 words: fossil dyna pachycephalo, aka eat this, bitch. That's really all there is. I mean, if you play like Fossil Dyna or something that prevents snuff summoning, this card's useless. Period. Like, that's another thing. I'll also be doing a tech talk on how to beat Heroes. So I know a lot of you are not liking that Heroes are wrecking your face right now, and a lot of people don't know what to side against them. So I'll be doing a video also on how to kill Heroes. So, I mean, I'll be doing a lot of Heroes videos lately, because this is the deck that's going to jump out of nowhere. I mean, this thing's going to literally just jump up and say, hi, I'm in your face. You know, like at the Shonen, you know, nobody expected it to, you know, even be in the top. I mean, I heard some people saying, oh, we might see one in top 64, but when they got to top 4, everyone was like, how the hell did that happen? So I'll be doing a video on this and everything for you guys. So, Gadget Guru, and I'll catch you later.